Okay. Good morning. Seems kind of dark. Uh, good morning. Good morning. Is this really actually on? For some reason, it seems very dark on the screen. My name is Edward Bevilacqua. Here we are once again at Department of Career Services, where our goal is to help you get from where you are to someplace better, from point A to point B, from someday Isle to Successlandia. And how do we do that? There we go. It's always the lighting. If not the lighting, it's the sound. Okay, so once again, here we are, ready for another day of helping you create good, better habits. We do that by creating routines. Routine is something that is repetition, 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 where our brain learns to do a thing without having to think about it. So consciously, we could be doing this, but non-consciously, we're doing that. And if you have obviously, if you have good habits, good habits are better than bad habits. Okay, let's leave it at that. So the theme of today's meme is, what if you put your fear behind you? So that's a Jordan Peterson thing. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But first of all, we're going to give an overview of what is this routine. So it's a two-part daily routine, the part you do while you're watching the video and the things that you do while you're not watching the video. So not watching the video, like, right when you wake up, actually would be a good time to do it. Preparation, prepare for the day, prepare for the podcast, prepare for whatever is going to happen next. You can do this at any time as a breathing exercise discussed by Dr. Andrew Huberman from Stanford. Instructions down below. While you're there, please share, like, click on the bell, thumbs up. You know the thing. Please do that. The second thing, attitude of gratitude exercise. Say, I'm so happy and grateful now of that. And then watch and turn your focus inward and watch the things pop up, scroll, ticker tape across the things that you're happy and grateful for. Third thing, review yesterday. So there's instructions down below, 4 questions to ask yourself about yesterday. Where did I exceed expectations? Where did I fall short from expectations, etc.? What could I learn from that? And then after the podcast, sometime before you go out, after we do the planning, project the day and then go do it. So that's the non-podcast part. The podcast part, we have 3 things: the daily theme, the daily meme, which a meme is an idea that spreads from brain to brain. So the podcast part is the meme, planning, and then we have some transformational stuff. Because to really maximize the meaning and purpose in your life, you need to be strong. You need to be solid physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Those 4 things you need to be solid. If you're physically not fit, if you're in poor health, constantly you're going to be thinking about your poor health, or you're going to be limited by your health. You need to focus on getting your health right. And more often than not, the solution to poor health is more exercise, better diet. Right. So you can create routines and habits to eat better. Say dinner is going to be salad, or dinner is going to be soup. I'm going to eat dinner before 7. Things like that. Create a routine, and then that becomes habit. And then when you get outside of the habit, here's the habit. You get outside of the habit, it doesn't feel right. You pull yourself back in. So physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. If you're physically fit, but you're not smart, you can't learn, you're not really going to progress. You have to become autodidactic. Most people take themselves out of the game because emotionally they cannot control their emotions. And so what we say is, if you can't control your emotions, don't worry, someone else will, and they'll probably take you out of the game. Okay? Got to control your emotions. And you can just remind yourself, it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. And then fourth, the most important thing is spiritually. Would 100 years of pain be worth how many years of bliss or going on from that? 101 years, 1,000 years, 10,000 years, 1,000,000 years. What does 100 years look like? What is that? What does 100 years look like compared to 1,000,000? Right? It's 10,000 times longer. It looks like that. Oh, 100 years looks like that compared to 1,000,000 years. Yeah, you can put up with that's like ripping the Band-Aid off versus okay. So spiritual is the most important part. Now let's talk about planning. Right. Important parts of planning are incantations. Something great is going to happen to me today. That happened to me yesterday. Had another great day. Good things happened. Good meeting with Dr. Linden. Things happened at that meeting that were good. Good lunch meeting at noon for people with, what is that? With Angelo Casaro. Oh, that's what it is. It's the ring. People out and about at this time of the day. Okay, how's our time look? What a bevy. Very true. Mindset change. I like the placebo. I walk everywhere and eat at least one salad a day. Good. So physical, right. So Matt is getting physically fit doing jiu-jitsu or aikido or taekwondo or whatever. Right. Physical fit. For time, 7:56. It's 6:10. 5 more minutes. Let's talk about putting your fear behind you. Okay. So this is Jordan Peterson thing today in the video. Jordan is talking about most people, our fear is in front of us. We can't move forward because we have this fear in front of us. Right? There's things we avoid doing because we have fear. Jordan Peterson says if you put your fear behind you, it will push you forward instead of holding you back. So that's in today's motivational video, which I will highlight in red now. What if you put your fear behind you? What would happen? So you're not afraid. It's not saying don't be afraid. Saying yeah. So for example, exercise he talks about is, where do you want to be 3 years from now? Okay, you think of all that in 10 dimensions: family, work, relaxation, friends, education, etc. You think about where would you like to be 3 years from now. And then you say, now on the other side, if I don't change, where will I be 3 years from now? And you use that as the thing that's always chasing you. I've got to keep moving forward, because if I don't, this is what my life is going to be like. And we should all say, at least the people who are watching this, people this podcast is designed for, would be to say, I don't want to be here 3 years from now. I want to be over there. I want to be at Successlandia or on the way to Successlandia. I don't want to be mired in the doldrums. I don't want to be stuck where I am now. I don't want to continue to wake up and have the negative feelings and emotions that I currently have. I want to be over there. And so you use this, if I don't change, as the thing that's always chasing you. I've got to do this because if I don't do this, then that's going to happen. And he gives an example of, well, I would like to do this positive thing, but on the other hand, I'd really like to drink half a bottle of bourbon. And you think, but you know what? If I drink half a bottle of bourbon, here's what's going to happen. It's going to really set me back. And that could be a thing that propels you to do this, the repetition of doing this daily. So, how are we doing for time? I gained 10 pounds of muscle plus TDK, ABD, Aikido. Okay. So Matt is not a friend of Aikido dogs. All right. Perfect. Good. No problem. Day 3, week 1, everything we think we know about addiction is wrong. Johann Hari. This applies to a lot of things in life. And what is the opposite of addiction? It's not sobriety. What is the opposite of addiction? Hello, hello, hello. Is anybody out there? Right. Connection. Matt, what's the opposite of addiction? Connection. And I would say to you, doing Aikido. Aha, Jeff. Jeff Morgan is there, everyone. Wadabebi. Jeff is here. How's your life going, Jeff? How are things going? Look forward to seeing you, maybe having lunch at some point. Good, 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 good. Glad to see that you're on. Glad to see you there. The struggle continues here, but we keep going. How's Greg doing? Hello all. How is Greg doing? Okay, so Matt, that is a cop out. You socially isolate because you have beliefs associated with it. He's filling his I don't know what's his new role. Aha, good. Okay, well, want to hear more about it? I'll try to give you a call today. Wednesdays are busy. We have our volunteers breakfast from 8 to 9. I've got to get on the Peloton. He's finally gotten fully into the swing. Good, 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 good. Glad to hear that. Anxious to hear about other people and how you're doing. For now, here we are. I'm still at Rain Man, in case you didn't know that, Jeff. And we have a new place closing escrow tomorrow with new real estate partner, psychiatrist, stuff that we had. We now have 4 legs on the stool. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. Thanks for being there, everyone. Thanks for being there, Jeff. Good to hear from you. And we will say what? And cut. How about that? Go back to the past and cut. Boom.